Message from Sunnahfollowers. This is from Sheikh Saleh. We need to unite. Sisters, wear your hijab. Wear your beards. Be proud of your beards. Stay home, stay in your home. Stand up, unite, and stand for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
That's right, Saleh. We all should stand up in solidarity, not transgressing the limits of Allah, but standing together with patience and understanding. This is Sunnahfollowers.
With dignity, humility, and balance.
If you want to learn about how to balance and maintain your faith every day, you need to be here at 6:30 p.m. Eastern, being taught by Ustadah Laila Nasheeba, streaming on all major platforms. Channel Sunnahfollowers. Hope to see you there, inshallah.
Assalamu alaikum. This is Yusuf and this is Ayub. And if you are benefiting like we are from the classes and the ongoing programming, tuning into the Sunnahfollowers, please donate. Let this be an ongoing sadaqah jariyah on your behalf. You're helping the kids, the converts, and everyone seeking knowledge. And it's a wealth of information every day you tune in. Don't forget, you are being rewarded for your generous donations to keep this programming on air. You know, just like what you're hearing, put your dollar where the dollar's at, right here on Sunnahfollowers. Don't forget, donate right here to Sunnahfollowers and dollars out. Assalamu alaikum rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. Listen, we are in dire need of donations to keep these shows running and available for you 24/7. So that means when you're in the car, it's available for you to listen to. Whether you're at work, streaming, playing a game, it's available for you to listen to. Rowing your deen and learning about the beautiful, beautiful, beautiful different topics of Islam. Listen, one of the heaviest deeds that could be placed on your scale on the Day of Judgment is sadaqah jariyah. Yes, I know, I'm trying to build deeds daily. So you can too. So listen, feel free, and please, from the bottom of your heart, donate to this wonderful cause, wonderful website and platform to continually push out shows that will benefit you and the Muslim Ummah. Yes, you can donate by going to the Sunnahfollowers.net website, pressing the donate tab. You can also scan the QR code in YouTube on the far left top of our videos that are streaming. Listen guys, this is very important, and take this as important. We want to keep this programming available for you 24/7 so that you have access in your car, anywhere you choose to tune in to this wonderful programming. Yes, guys, it's all at your disposal. So listen, feel free to donate. Once again, remember, sadaqah jariyah, one of the heaviest deeds on your scale on the Day of Judgment. Sunnahfollowers presents a new hadith class taught by Ustadah Laila Nasheeba, Riyadus Salihin, every Monday and Wednesday nights at 9:30 p.m. Eastern. Hope to see you there. Streaming on all major platforms. Channel Sunnahfollowers. Just as a mountain breaks the horizon, Surat Ar Rad rises immovable, grounded in Tawheed Ar-Rububiyyah, crowned with thunder and lightning. When the believer descends from the heights of this impactful surah, he does not remember the thunder, which is not only a sound, but also a sign. New class here on Sunnahfollowers on the book written by Sheikh Karim Abuzaid, the maqasidic journey through the Quranic mission, Surat Ar Rad, the thunder before the storm, 2nd edition, being taught by Ustadah Laila Nasheeba. Stay tuned right here for the date and time, streaming on all major platforms. Channel Sunnahfollowers.
Ina alhamdulillah, wa salat, wa salam ala wa rasulullah. I'd like to welcome everybody to our maqasidic tafsir class. And first of all, I'd like to apologize for being late. I was late doing the PowerPoint for tonight's class. This is the new book, one of the new books that's put out by Dr. Karim Abuzaid. This is the maqasidic interpretation of the Quran, the chapter Ar Rad, which is a very powerful chapter of the Quran. And when I was putting the PowerPoint together, you know, it was touching my heart a little bit too. This is the first time that I've taught this chapter of the Quran to anyone. I've taught other chapters of the Quran, but not this one. And so that's what took me so long too, because I was putting the PowerPoint together and also reading what he was had written. And I love Dr. Karim Abuzaid's poetry. He's a very good writer, and his poetry is simply mesmerizing. Being a writer myself, trying to get my book finished, you know, by the end of this year. And subhanAllah, his writing he has a way of capturing your heart with his writing, as my mother would say. My mother is into writing too, and he can move your heart with his writing. And I was kind of, you know, got in the way. I was talking to the sisters in the Zoom room, and then also in addition to speaking with them, also, you know, I'm always doing 3 or 4 things at one time, talking, doing a PowerPoint, and also pondering what he had typed. It was just, so I apologize for being late. But inshallah, we're going to complete the first part of one of the pillars of Tawheed. And before we get to tonight's class, let me ask the question that I began last week's class with. Who can tell me what are the pillars of Tawheed? Who can tell me what are the pillars of Tawheed? Can anyone answer that question? What are the pillars of Tawheed? Every Muslim on this planet should know that answer. But as you can see, if I ask this question, how many Muslims can actually answer it? What are the pillars of Tawheed? Can anyone tell me? What are the pillars of Tawheed? Okay, here's one of my students, Sister Aya. She said the pillars of Tawheed are, let's put her answer here. She said to believe in the Lordship of Allah, to worship Him alone, and to believe in His names and attributes. What do you guys think of her answer?
Yes, I agree.
Okay, Sister Awa.
I agree.
She typed the Lordship of Allah, the worship of Allah, and the names and attributes of Allah. Okay, mashallah. Mina. Okay, good job. Mashallah. Everybody got this answer right. Alhamdulillah. Last week when I asked this question, nobody got it right the first time. This is what I like to see. Wa alaikum salam, Aris. This is what I like to see. Everybody got it right. Those are the pillars of Tawheed. So if the pillars of Tawheed are belief in the Lordship of Allah and the worship of Allah and the names and attributes of Allah, Who can tell me what is the meaning of Tawheed in English? How do we interpret the meaning of this Arabic term Tawheed in the English language? What does it mean when we speak about Tawheed? What does Tawheed translate to mean in the English language? Can anyone answer that? Aris, can you tell us? What does Tawheed mean in the English language? Aris.
Can I answer that question?
Go ahead.
So Tawheed in English means to believe in the oneness of Allah. That's what it translates to in English.
What do you guys think of her answer? MashaAllah, everybody's typing it. MashaAllah, now we're getting the type of answers we should have gotten last week. Exactly, good job. All of you got it right. Tawheed refers to the oneness of Allah. And when we speak about the oneness of Allah, what are we referring to? When I say Allah is one, what are we speaking about? What do I mean? Who can break down? Who can define or break down the meaning of the oneness of Allah? What do I mean when I say Allah is one? What does that mean? What is it that people that don't believe that Allah is one struggle with? Anissa, you should know that answer.
Yes, Allah is the originator. There's none like Allah. Allah is the originator. He's the creator. He is everything. He wasn't created.
And also, what else? What is it that the others don't understand? Then when I say others besides us, the oneness of Allah, what does that mean? Allah is one. Yes, not only does that mean that he is the owner, but that's referring to his names. I don't mean his names. Tawheed, the oneness of Allah. What am I speaking about? The oneness of Allah. What is it that your mother struggles with, Anissa? When we talk about the oneness of Allah.
She adds partners with Allah.
So what does that mean? Right. That means
that people.
Go ahead.
That means that they believe in Allah, but they also believe in other things that will suffice them, that they think is part of Allah, and it isn't.
Okay, the correct answer is what Sister Aya is typing. That the oneness of Allah. Allah is the only deity. Finish it now, Anissa.
Yes.
The only deity worthy of worship.
Yes.
Allah has no equal. This is what the Quraysh, not just the Christians, struggle with this. Not just the Jews struggled with this. The Quraysh too. They all claim to believe that Allah is the creator. The Jews, the Christians, the Quraysh, they all will tell you that Allah is the creator. They all will even tell you that Allah is the owner. That's why I say all those names, they will agree to some of those names of Allah. They will agree to many of the names of Allah. They will even agree that Allah is the provider. They will even agree that Allah is the maintainer. But what they don't accept and agree is what? That he has no partner, that he has no equal, that he's the only deity worthy of worship. That's what you guys got to remember. When we say Tawheed, we're referring to the reality that Allah is the only entity worthy of worship. Y'all have to put that in there. You got it, Anissa? He's the only entity worthy of worship.
Got it.
Okay, because they'll admit those names. The unbelievers will admit that he's the creator. They will admit that he's the owner. They will admit that he's the vindicator. They will admit that he's the revenge, that he's the only one that can revenge and avenge. They'll admit to most all of his names, but they won't admit that he's the only entity worthy of worship alone. Everybody got
Sister Laila,
yes.
what's the difference between entity and deity?
Look it up in dictionary. Just English words.
Okay, it's just okay.
Just English words, synonyms.
Because I've heard them say deity, and then I just heard you say entity.
Just English. Let me get a dictionary and I'll tell y'all what it is. Just English. This is just English terminology. Let's look it up. Deity, meaning. Deity is an English word that means a god. It's just another word of saying God. It's a synonym for God or goddess, a divine status. Deity is an English word that means divine status, quality, or nature. God. No, so God, deity, all means the same. Entity means a thing with distinct or independent existence. Entity means it's alone, it's independent, it's distinct. Nothing is like it. So they're just English words that mean alone, something to worship, and nothing is like it. They're just English terminology, English words. Okay. Everybody understand? Depending on your audience. I could say deity for God or entity for something unique, something different and independent. So everybody got it? So that's what we want to specify when we say Tawheed. One, alone, distinct, independent, without equal. These are all English synonyms. Without equal, without partner, without association. Okay? Everybody got that? Even for my non-English speaking people, am I making it clear for the people from the other countries over here? I know English is your second language, but I hope I'm making it clear for you guys too. Okay, without equal, yes. All right, because exactly. Even the Arabs believed all that other stuff, yes. But they didn't believe that he was alone. One. Wahid. Wahid. Exactly. Thank you. All right. Okay, so Tawheed has pillars. Like I tell you guys, there's pillars and everything. And just to let you guys know, I did send an email to Dr. Karim Abuzaid the other day, and I let him know that when I taught this class last week, that most of the Muslims, Arabs and non-Arabs, I let him know that most of the people did not understand that they did not know the pillars of Tawheed. Of course, he didn't find it shocking because, this is why he writes these books, because most of the lay Muslims don't know the pillars of Tawheed. He understands that. And I let him know that I broke it down and that we're covering the first part of this book, which is Tawheed of Rububiyyah. So now we went over Tawheed al-Rububiyyah. Tawheed al-Rububiyyah refers to what concerning Allah? What does Tawheed al-Rububiyyah refer to?
The lordship of Allah.
MashaAllah, the lordship of Allah. And when we speak about the lordship of Allah, we're speaking about what components of Allah? Good job, Layla. Aris. Hamid. Brother Hamid. Letting everybody know I acknowledge all of you in here. Brother Hamid. Aris. What are we speaking about? What components of Allah are we speaking about his lordship? When we speak about the lordship of Allah, what components or what attributes? These are different English terms referring to different same words, synonyms of each other. What components or attributes or parts or of Allah or qualities of Allah are we speaking about? We talk about his lordship. Rububiyah refers to his lordship. Go ahead.
When we talk about the lordship of Allah, it refers to Allah being the sole creator of everything. Everything in the heavens and the earth belongs to him. He's in control of everything. He is the provider. He controls everything that we see, even the things that we don't see. He is the creator of the good or the evil, and everything belongs to him.
Great, 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 great. Good job. Good job, Sister Fatima, too. His owners, the ownership. Yes, his ownership of everything. Good job. His control of everything, too. Good job. He reflects everything, the one who was in control. Good job. Everybody's putting good answers here. Good job. Good job. Good job, Melion, as always. Good job. Good job. Good job. His decree. MashaAllah, Diana. Sundry. Sundry. Good job. MashaAllah. The Qadr. The Qadr. Call is heavy. Call. Don't worry. Struggle with that. Qadr. The Qadr of Allah. Knowledge. Good job. His knowledge. Exactly. Exactly. All your answers are correct. MashaAllah. Proud of you guys. You guys been studying this week. MashaAllah. I'm looking at all the platforms here. The answers on all the different platforms. Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, X rather. Good job. Good job. MashaAllah. Good job. So that's what we covered last weekend, which was the introduction of this amazing book. Okay. And so today what I'm going to do is we're going to finish up this first pillar, which is speaking about the lordship of Allah. Yes, you got it. You got it right. Your answers are correct. All of your answers are correct on Bigo too. Everybody's doing a good job. MashaAllah, I'm proud of everybody. You guys studied. You're making me as a teacher very, very proud. I feel like I did something. Good job. MashaAllah. Okay. So what I want you guys to do, this has caught us up to date. Everybody, for those of you on Bigo, make sure you open up a tab on your cell phone or your iPad to YouTube. Go to my YouTube channel, Sunnahfollowers, so you can see the PowerPoint I'm getting ready to put up on the screen because everybody else can see it. For those of you at home, make sure that you have your big screen TV. And by the way, don't forget those Black Friday specials. My TV will be delivered tomorrow, inshallah. I got me a 55-inch for my bedroom, which reminds me, it'll be here tomorrow, inshallah. But make sure you guys turn your big screen TV on for the kids, because your children need to be learning about these pillars of Tawheed too. Okay. Put me on the big screen TV YouTube channel, Sunnahfollowers, so they can see this PowerPoint too. These kids need to learn this stuff. I learned this stuff when I was a kid. But your kids need to learn it now too. And here's the PowerPoint. Inshallah. Yeah, hold on. Let me make it a little larger. Can you see it? Yes, Rumble. Yes, I see it. I got it on Rumble. So you guys see it on Rumble? Inshallah. Yeah, I'm looking at the platform. I got 1, 2, 3, 4 computers here. I can see. Okay. Okay, this is the book for those of you who have not yet purchased the book. And by the way, Dr. Karim has another book that he just put out. We're going to go over that one too. Oh God, he's putting out so many books. Alhamdulillah. I'm going to be teaching that one too, inshallah. But let's get through with this one first. Yeah, but just hold that thought, sister. Yes, I'm going to go over that one too. Yes, but let's do this one. You got to learn this one first. Okay, then we'll do that one. This is okay. So tonight we're going to complete this first chapter. We're going to speak about another aspect of Tawheed ar-Rububiyyah, or the lordship of Allah. We're going to speak about Allah's regulation and his rulings. These are the last two aspects. We covered the other aspects last weekend. We're going to complete the last two aspects of his lordship tonight, which are his regulation and his rulings. And for those of you who have not yet purchased the book, please make sure that you order the book from Amazon. Sister Mina, please put the link on YouTube for the people to order from Amazon, inshallah. Okay. All right. And let's get started. Here we go. All right. Okay, hold on. All right, let me see. I think I got a banner for that. I think I got a banner with the link. Let me see if I got. Did I make a banner with the link? Oh, I had a banner with the link. I don't know what happened to it. Wait a minute. I don't know where it went. Well, anyway, let's put the. Here we go. Inshallah, you guys can see. Okay, everybody can see it now, right? So we're going to speak about the second verse. In the second verse of Surat Ar Rad, Allah mentions another component of his lordship, which is his regulation. This is in the second verse of Surat Ar Rad. And let's give the definition of his regulation. What do we mean by Allah's regulation? Well, it's the flawless and simultaneous management, his ability to manage all of the creation, from the greatest galaxy to the smallest atom of a cell. Allah ensures that everything unfolds exactly as decreed in perfect harmony, without delay, without ever becoming tired or overlooked. That's regulation. Allah regulates everything that exists, everything that's created. The sun is regulated by Allah. The moon, regulated by Allah. The stars, the heavens, the clouds, in perfect harmony. All of that is done by Allah. So when we think about Allah's regulation, remember, Allah tells us in the Quran, guys, to ponder his signs. Allah tells us in the Quran that his signs are there for those of us who believe in him. Okay? When we look at the signs of Allah, we can tell, we see that Allah's regulation is not like ours. It's not like us. We cannot compare ourselves to Allah, because Allah's regulation is perfect. Perfection belongs to him, not to man. We make mistakes. None of us are perfect. Perfection is impossible for you or me. We're incapable of it. But perfection is Allah. Allah never makes mistakes. There is no mistake or oversight in anything he does. This war is not a mistake. This war is not an oversight. The Battle of Uhud was not a mistake. The Battle of Badr was not an oversight. Okay? When a woman gets pregnant, if you have a miscarriage, that was not a mistake. That was not an oversight. It happened for a reason. Everything that happens, good and bad, happens for a reason. It was never a mistake. Okay? You and I, we may not understand why it happens. There's a reason for everything. We may not know the reason, but there's a reason. Allah knows. Okay? So Allah's regulation is perfect. Also, every element of creation is managed without confusion. There's no confusion. Everything that is happening is controlled by Allah. It's raining in some parts of the world. It's snowing in other parts of the world. It's thundering and lightning in other parts of the world. But there's no confusion. There's no confusion. It's daytime in some parts of the world. It's nighttime in some parts of the world. And there's no confusion. Everything is managed without confusion. War is happening in some parts of the world, and it's peaceful in other parts of the world without confusion. Death, life, no confusion. This is Allah's regulation. And also, his governance is continuous. Nothing in creation is left unattended, not even for a second, not even for an instant. But when we compare this to human regulation, there's a big difference. Human regulation is partial. Human regulation is reactive. Human regulation is prone to mistakes. Always. Governments collapse. Economies fail. And even the most skilled managers overlook details. Humans, we require rest. We require sleep. We require food, nourishment. We have to shave if you're a man. We have to take a bath. We require recovery and constant adjustment. But Allah needs none of these things. His management never ceases. He never tires. He doesn't need nourishment. He doesn't need to be regenerated. Listen to what Allah says in the interpretation of the meaning. It is Allah who raised the heavens without pillars so that you can see. Then he established himself above the throne and subjected the sun and the moon, each running for an appointed term. He regulates the affair and he details the signs so that you may be certain of meeting your Lord. SubhanAllah. This same verse that declares Allah's act of creation, it also reveals his ongoing regulation. The heavens remain suspended without visible pillars to hold it up because his sustaining will keeps them so. The sun and moon run in precise orbits, not by chance, but under his control, and they're bound to an appointed end. SubhanAllah. Such is Allah. He has no equal. None can compete with him. Look at his regulation. He governs the cosmic scale and the microscopic detail with equal perfection. Nothing is too vast. Nothing is too small. Look at this. This is how the earth looks from space. Allah, he governs all of this. Our management is selective. Our management is time bound. Our management is resource dependent. We react to crisis. Allah anticipates and controls every outcome without anxiety, without any emotional reaction. Subhanallah. So Allah's regulation is not an abstract theological term. It is the reality that every sunrise, every rainfall, every breath we take, and every heartbeat that beats is under the unceasing governance of the one who never sleeps, the one who never falters, the one who never dies. Subhanallah. But all throughout history, there's been beliefs from man that Allah created the universe, but delegated its running to lesser beings. Can you believe that? Even today, there are secular worldviews that claim the world operates independently of Allah's decree, attributing order to the laws of nature. Subhanallah. Man will never learn. Let's look at verses 41 through 42 of Surat Ar Rad. Those verses speak of another one, the fourth characteristic of Allah's lordship, which is al-hukm, which is his ruling. How do we define Allah's ruling? Well, this is the issuing of final binding judgment over the creation regarding laws, decree, and destiny. And all of this is based on Allah's perfect knowledge, his complete justice, and his infinite mercy. Allah's ruling is nothing like man's, because Allah's ruling is final. No one can overturn his judgment. And this is something that we Muslims today in 2025, soon to be 2026, struggle with, because there are men and women amongst us today who think that they can overturn his judgment, that they can tweak his judgment, they can tweak his laws, his rules. Again, man will never learn. Also, Allah's ruling is just. Allah's rulings are not biased. They contain no ignorance. There are no mistakes in his decisions. Allah is all encompassing. His rulings govern both the physical world and the moral order, not only in this life, but in the next. And this is something, as an Islamic educator, that I try to get all of you to understand. When Allah makes the laws for us, when Allah makes the rules for us, it's for our betterment. When Allah commands the believing women to not soften their voices publicly, it's for your betterment, because he knows the weaknesses of his creation. He knows the evil that lurks in the heart of man. He knows that a soft whisper, a soft voice is what can induce evil into the heart of a man, to the point where he may follow you home and try to accost you and harm you in a bad way. So don't question Allah's laws, his rules, his commands. Just simply say, oh Allah, I hear you. Oh Allah, I obey you, and submit, because he knows what's best for us. It's not about tweaking. It's not about trying to change to suit society. It's about trusting Allah's judgment, trusting his decisions, believing that he knows what's best for us. After all, is he not our creator? SubhanAllah. Human legislation is not the same. For those who tell you that they can tweak, they can change, they can bend the laws of Allah, understand our knowledge is limited. Our legislation changes. Our legislation is contradictory. Why? Because our knowledge is incomplete. Our political agendas are simply that, political. And our cultural biases are shaped based on our political agendas. Even the most respected human systems require constant amendment, and they still fall short of absolute justice. Listen to what Allah says in the interpretation of the meaning. Do they not see that we are reducing the land from its edges? And Allah judges, none can reverse his judgment. And he is swift in reckoning. SubhanAllah. Allah is telling us here that the fall of empires, the loss of territory, and the shifting of power are not just political events. They are the decrees from Allah. This is why the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam told the companions, don't get involved in the politics of the world. When the companions heard about the Romans and the Persians fighting with each other, and they tried to pick sides and get involved, the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, leave that. Leave that. Leave that be. Don't get involved in the politics. Allah controls that. Allah controls that. He said the day will come when the Romans will be defeated. The day will come when the Persians will be defeated. The day will come when you, my companions, will become the leaders of the earth. Allah controls the political events. They are the decrees from Allah. He said, focus on yourselves. Focus on yourselves. Change what you can change, which is the condition of yourselves. Leave the politics of the world to Allah, because you have nothing to do with that. That's what he told those companions. You have nothing to do with the politics of the world. The ink has dried. The book has been sealed. The same thing I tell you, brothers and sisters, every day about Gaza, Gaza, Gaza. You can't change that. But you can change you. You. The Prophet told those companions, fall back. Fall back on Tawheed. When you see the trials of the world happening, focus on yourself, your aqeedah, your belief system. Check yourself. Make sure that you are adhering to the laws, the commands of Allah. Leave the politics of the world to Allah. You brothers, when you're doing your khutbahs, leave the politics alone. Keep that out of the khutbah. Allah will handle that. What you should be doing in your khutbahs is calling your community to Tawheed al-Rububiyyah. Calling the men and women in your community to check themselves. That's what our prophet did. He didn't give khutbahs about what the Quraysh are doing and what the Mormons are doing and what he said, what are you doing to change the condition yourselves? Have you succumbed to the life of this world? Your khutbah should not be you brothers wrapped up in flags of Gaza. That's tribalism. You brothers crying and screaming and putting dead pictures on the screen of babies. That's haram. You never show a people at their worst. You show us at our best. Your khutbahs should be about changing yourself. Doing what Allah commands us to do. To believe in His Lordship. Stop tweaking Islam. That's why Allah has sent the war. Allah tells us why He sends war. Every time we deviate away from Tawheed al-Rububiyyah, expect the repercussions of war. Leave politics out of your khutbahs. Leave politics out of your life. Put Allah in your life and what you can change of yourself. Allah will never change the condition of a people or a person until we change the condition of ourselves, brothers and sisters. These are the reminders that we need. This is the reminders our Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam gave and would be giving if he were here today. The fall of empires, the loss of territory, the shifting of power, they're not political events. They are decrees from Allah. His rulings shape the course of history, and no court, no ruler, or army can overturn them. The phrase, "There is none who can reverse his judgment," declares the absolute irreversibility of his decisions. We Muslims today have to learn to accept Allah's decisions. This is something that we need to work on today. The companions, they accepted Allah's decisions, war, and everything else. They handled it. They submitted to it, and they worked on changing themselves. And Allah made them Khalifa here on earth. SubhanAllah. Listen to what Allah says in the interpretation of the meaning. Those before them plotted, but all planning belongs to Allah. He knows what every soul earns, and the unbelievers will soon know for whom the final home is. In this verse, Allah lets us know that every human plan, whether for political dominance or for economic control or cultural influence, it all operates within Allah's greater plan. Human schemes can only proceed as far as Allah allows, brothers. Allah's ruling is informed by complete knowledge of every action, every intention, and consequence. We have to understand that today. The original companions understood this. They understood this reality. They understood this reality. They knew that if all mankind were to come together to raise a finger to harm us, they wouldn't be able to do it unless Allah allowed. And if all mankind were to come together to raise a finger to help, they wouldn't be able to do it unless Allah allowed it. This is the power and the might of Allah. Human schemes, they only go as far as Allah allows. So this is why the companions didn't protest against Allah's decree. The companions didn't waste their time with all this nonsense and behavior that the Muslims today are wasting their time with during times of hardship. The companions reacted in a different way. They fell back. They fell back. They fell back on their aqidah. Like the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, they changed to condition themselves to that which is pleasing to Allah. And Allah made them Khalifa here on earth. Because Allah's ruling is absolute. Allah's ruling is unchallengeable. And Allah's ruling is rooted in perfect justice and wisdom. Whereas human ruling is temporary. Human ruling is contestable. Human ruling is shaped by partial knowledge and fluctuating or changing moral codes. So to believe in Allah's ruling means that you have to submit to the reality that true law and final judgment belongs to Allah, people, not man. Man can't change nothing that's happening in the world. Only Allah can. Human authority is subordinate, it's temporary, and it's accountable before Allah's court. You want to change what's happening in the world. You want to change the condition of yourself. You got to raise those hands up and say, Ya Allah. Not wrap flags around you. Pick up signs and protest to the White House and say, oh, Trump, oh, LGBTQ, please help us. That ain't gonna get it. To believe in Allah's ruling, that's what you have to do, guys. But throughout the history of the creation of man, man has denied this reality. From the pagan Arabs all the way up to today. Today, look at how we are behaving. Disobeying Allah to the point of participating in non-Muslim elections, thinking that voting for non-Muslim rulers is going to help us change our future. Voting for LGBTQ people is going to help us and change our future. Tweaking the laws of Allah and bending Allah's laws is going to change our condition. Oh my gosh. So, what's the call to action? The call to action is this. There is no space in the heavens. There is no drop in the earth. There is no thought in the heart. And there is no change in time except by Allah's decree. This is Rububiyah. This is the lordship of Allah. And this chapter of the Quran, Ar Rad, This chapter proclaims it like thunder over idols of wood, over idols of money, and the idols of desire. And that's why I'm so happy that Allah has kept me living long enough to teach this amazing book. And tomorrow, inshallah, we're going to go over the next chapter of this book. And inshallah, it's going to be a journey where all of our hearts, my heart, your heart, will all be awakened even more, and we'll get closer to Allah. We'll learn more about His Lordship, how He's in control of everything, good and evil. And all of us are being tested in our personal lives in some way, in some shape. I got a lot of problems. You got a lot of problems, because the more we learn about this religion, and we are learning true Islam, you are learning Islam in its truthfulness with the understanding of those original companions. You are not learning from a madhab. You do not have the understanding of a madhab. All of you listening to me, you are here at Sunnahfollowers Online. The teachings here are straight from the Quran and the authentic hadiths. Your understanding of Aqidah, this is the understanding that the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam came with and gave to Abu Bakr, Umar, Aisha, and all those companions. May Allah be pleased with them all. You will not enter paradise. Do you hear me? None of us will enter paradise unless our aqidah, our belief system, matches those original companions. So since you're learning this religion correctly, do you not think that you will be tested? All of us are going to be tested even more. But remember, Allah doesn't put a trial on any of us that we can't handle. You have to woman up. You have to man up. Keep that chin up and handle it. This chapter, inshallah, will help us. This chapter will give you the strength that you need to look at the problems in your personal life, be it marriage, divorce, your children, your money, your property, your family, your job, whatever trials you're having, your health. You will be able to look those problems head on, face on, and keep that head up, and you'll handle it with dignity, humility, and balance. Because Allah promised whatever He's going to test you with, it ain't nothing that you can't deal with. You just have to trust in Him. Trust in Him. Believe in Him. Believe in Him. And then believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. All right, we're going to stop right here. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilaik. Are there any questions or comments? Tomorrow we're going to continue with the next chapter. Are there any questions or comments? I hope I made this clear. And you guys did a good job on the quiz. You were able to answer those basic questions of Tawheed, what it is, and it's the pillars, and what Tawheed or Rububiyyah is. Okay, any questions or comments? Okay, please make sure you guys watch the shorts. Like I said earlier, I have put some shorts out. Go to my YouTube channel. I'm trying to make shorts of the highlights of these classes to help everybody. Okay? Click on the tab on my YouTube channel that says shorts, and y'all see the latest shorts of my classes. I'm taking the highlights, share them, listen to them, share them, share the shorts, okay? To hear it, to inspire you. I'm trying to make it so it can inspire you and inspire myself. Also, please support this Dawah effort, guys. This is the first of the month, and we need $500. We need $500. We need $500 because the server will be $300 on the 1st, which is Monday. Monday, they're going to take $300 out of our account, and we will be overdrawn because all we have is $200 and something in our account right now. We need $500 for the first week because the server's $300, and then something else is coming out. I can't think because I'm dealing with so many personal issues in my life. Well, it's really just one personal issue, but it's killing me to the point where I can't think. I really cannot. My mind is fried. Seriously, I done lost everything up here. So I haven't. But anyway, I know we need $500. So please donate. We are a nonprofit organization. Your donations go to pay our website expenses. So please, guys, I don't want us to be overdrawn. So please donate to support us. And think of the blessings you're getting. You're getting the reward, whatever reward Allah has given me and the teachers here at this website, you're getting that reward too. Whatever reward Allah has given Dr. Karim Abuzaid for writing these books, you're getting that reward too, because this is his knowledge, his too. Okay? All right. Okay, so inshallah, there's one of the questions. Let me log out. I haven't even eaten anything today. Yeah. All right. Okay. May Allah bless everybody. I want to thank everybody for the kind words that you guys have been sending me, the gifts you've been sending me, the support that I've been getting from you guys lately. I mean, I'm surprised that you guys can see that I'm dealing with some issues. You know, my mother always told me as when I was a kid, she said I wear my heart on my sleeve. My mother has always told me that. You guys, that I can't hide my feelings on my face. And I guess that's true. May Allah bless you guys for your supplications, your du'as. It's good to know that you guys, that I have a lot of people that do care about me. Because, you know, all it takes is one person. You know, and one person to say things can tear you up. But it's when you find out that there's more people that are not like that, it makes you feel good. So may Allah bless you, all of you, for the kind words, the nice emails and the text messages, the gifts from overseas, Afghanistan and Uzbekistan and countries I never even heard of. I always get support from my Arabs and my African sisters, but from you sisters from that part of the world, may Allah bless y'all. Okay, assalamu alaikum. Have a good night. Make me cry again.